Hello there folks, hope you're all well. Another glorious day here in Cornwall. And it's time to hit the open road again. We've been 2 months here in Laddock and we've had a great time in the church here, and the folks have looked after us really well here. Bless them for that. But it's time to move on now. And we're going to head to Bodmin tomorrow. Magpie's in for a yearly MOT up at Dino's garage there, so we'll see how she gets on. So, as usual, get your boots on, get your rucksack packed, and jump along and jump in with me and Scruffy on a gypsy journey in the sunshine. Happy days, and goodbye to Laddock till the next time. Well, folks, it's a lovely morning this morning. Sun's out, we're just having a wander on the mirror, giving Scruffy a bath. There you go, boy. There you go. Oh, I could just jump in there myself. Beautiful. No, good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Well folks, after that lockdown, it's great to be back on the open road again. And I promise you, for the rest of this film, and for the rest of my life, I'm never going to mention lockdown again. That's a promise. And look at these lovely colours here today. Nice bit of pink campion there. And the foxgloves, I love the foxgloves. And it's good to be back on the back roads again. As my mum used to say, life is simpler on the back roads, so it is. And it is, so it is. Lovely. Well, while we're up in Bodmin, we just nipped in for a few supplies into Home Bargains. It's a great store. We get everything we need in there for life on the road. A couple of nice Corsican pine trees here. And that's looking down towards Huston Wood, and the camel trail goes along there. And it's just the outskirts of Bodmin. Great in the winter for logs, birch logs and firelighters and stuff like that. Anyway, we're just going to head back into town here and see what's happening with the old van. Cracking. Well folks, good bit of news. Dino's just rung me up. The van's passed MOT. Good old Magpie. She's passed first time. In all my years of driving, I passed my test, it must be 1983. And I've never ever had a car van pass MOT first time. So good old Magpie and good old Dino did her DNA Vehicle Services here up on Walker Lines in Bodmin. Good news, I'm just going to go down and pick her up now. Happy days! Well folks, the universe was kind to us yesterday, wasn't it? There's Scruffy up there, look, on the path. Oh, and Magpie getting through the MOT. We needed no work done at all, just a few advisories. But that's the norm, isn't it? So that was a good bit of news for us. And when I was at Home Bargains yesterday, getting a few supplies, I did point out Huston's Wood in the distance. And here we are, in Huston's Wood. This is just outside Wadebridge, on the road to Bodmin. And the camel trail runs down the bottom. We're going to stay here for the night. Have a few wanders. There's Scruffy away already. After a squirrel, no doubt. Going to be a few wanders around here for the day, and then head down to Gossamer. We haven't been there for 2 months. It was just at the end of March last time we were up Castle Dana, so we're going to head back that way tomorrow and have a few days down there. Cracking. But until then, we're just going to enjoy the peace and tranquility of Huston's Wood in the Cornish morning sunshine. What could be better? This is the life. We've got some stew on the go on a little stove, a nice bottle of beer from Lidl's. We're just going to chill out here for the night. Get the guitar and everything, look at that. Scruffy your balls over there. Might have the ponies come back later, we got some carrots as well for them. So we're all set for a nice little evening. of the little town of Roach. Just been to the post office there. It's like half a chemist, half a post office. And I do class passes up here in the butchers here. Just going to go and get one in now for ourselves later on, little treat. And up there you got the old pub called the Poachers. I never sang in that pub, but I've done many's a gig in the next pub up the Rock Inn. Many's a night we've had in there. Slept in that car park a few times as well. Anyway, that's the little town of Roach. We're going to head up Castle and Diners now for a few days. How do? And we just popped into the laundrette here in Roach. And look at this for a sign here, look at that. Lost socks. Seeking soulmates. Love it. Right, let's get the washing on. Well folks, after 2 months, we're back up in our beloved Castle and Diners. We love it up here, me and Scruffy. We've been coming up here in both the vans we've had. Big Yellow before this, and of course Magpie. And we're tucked away down here near the old buildings, out of the road. We've got a busy day today making our wares. But we're going to go for a little walk first, round the rings. And see what the crack is up there. So we haven't been up for a few months. It'll be nice to be back up there again. And then we'll come back and get to work. It's all good, my friends. It's all good. Lovely day again. Beautiful. Well, it's nice to be back in Gypsy's Acre here on Gossamer. We haven't been in this bit since the start of October. It's Scruffy having a tree climb. And it's nice to be back, nice and quiet. We just heard a cuckoo there a minute ago, so hopefully he'll perk up again and record some of it. And we're just going to go for a wander around the Moor today. A bit cloudier today, but still nice though. And we're just going to sit here and have a crib. Lovely, isn't it? Nice bit of gore still out over there, look. Right, let's have a crib and head out for a wander. Well, we got a few visitors today. The lovely Merlin ponies. On the merry way. And not a care in the world. Bit like ourselves, Scruffy. He's lying there with a rock. Lovely. And we're parked up here for a few days. Down at the River Fowl. That's River Fowl, little bridge there. Been here many times before, of course, in our videos. That's Hensbar Hill over there. Heading over towards Roach and Bugle. And Stenalees further on down the hill and in St Austell on the south coast. But we're just going to stay here for a few days. Then help Castle and Diners before the weekend. All being well, fingers crossed and all that. Oh. Alright, I'll leave them in peace now and get the kettle on. Have a cup of tea. There's Scruffy just happily lying with his little rock in his mouth. There he is. He's a heller, isn't he? Well, what about this for a spot? Can you imagine if you could just bring your wagon down and park it there under that tree? Be heaven, wouldn't it? Little river there. Oh. These are all Moorland withy trees. You can tell they get the little pods there that come out, look, see? A little bit like dandelions when they fly. The little pods there. And just over here, you can see the old buildings of the old salt workings here, down in Gossamer. Long abandoned. The only ones that get to see these days are us old tinkers and travellers, walkers, and the occasional Galloway cattle. Oh, and Scruffy. Right, we're just going to head up this track here, back to the van. Well folks, it's nice to see the sea again. Look at that there. Well into June now. And we've been blessed with the good weather for about a month. Must be a record, mustn't it? We're down the south coast, out of Pendower. And that's the lovely Nair Head over there in the distance. On the other side of that there's a cracking little cove called Kibrick Cove. Little car park there as well. Bit tight to get to, you've got to come through Varian to get it. These places around here are a mouthful to say, aren't they? and that's looking down to Porthscatho. And if you keep going round the coast there, you come to St Anthony's Head and St Mawes. Lovely old pine tree up there. Lovely. Nice to be back by the sea. Good morning. Oh, I love the folks we meet on our travels. Happy days. Well, it's a nice bit cooler today, folks. Last week down the south coast there, I got to 28 degrees. I tell you, well warm in the back of the wagon it was. And a sure sign that summer's here is the foxgloves. Great colours, aren't they? And just look at this one here, look. When life knocks you down, just roll over and look at the stars. There you go, that foxglove never gives up easy. Bless it. Love to see them. Right, on down the track. Well, there he is, folks, the famous beast of Gossamer Lake. There he is. Having his bath there, Scruffy. I tell you what, he gets more baths than me, that dog. Anyway, folks, we had a few nice days down on the south coast there. We're back up in Gossamer. And in the summertime, June, July and August, we spend most of our time up here. Because it gets a bit busy on the coast, you know. And it's hard to find somewhere to park. And but we just normally turn up Gossamer here, or Budmanmere, anywhere where there's a mirror. But it's all good, folks, it's all good. So just going to have a few days here, have a few wanders, see what we can see what we can find. The famous Gossamer Lake Monster. Well, it's nice to be back up in Gossamer again. Always peaceful up here. And it's that time of the year again, folks, where we've got the little baby frogs just turned from tadpoles, and they go from that river over to the lake there where Scruffy was just swimming in there. Just see a few of them. There they go. Oh, Scruffy was a stick back there. There he goes. Well, folks, look at the handmade pentagrams made with hazelwood. They're 10 inches high by about 8 inches wide. And that loop there to hang them on your wall. Some nice beads there. And I've also got my handmade gypsy pegs. 2 bundles of 10, 20 pegs in all. And my stick man, he just needs to finish this one. He needs a few runes burnt on it and a bit of leather to hang him up with. There's Scruffy there singing along in the background. And of course my old CD. Nearly 20 years of music from me travelling days on there. I'll sign them for you as well, folks. And my bangles, sets of 4. That's the surfy ones. They're nice and bright. And there's my gypsy bangle, set of 4 again. And whatever you do buy, folks, comes with a free signed picture. There you go. 2 different types there. There you go. What you'd want to picture me for, God only knows. Well, folks, nice bit of rain last night. Give everything a nice little refresh. Look at that. Bit nippy as well this morning. Had a jumper on. A nice bowl of porridge. Well, we hope you enjoyed this little gypsy journey with me and Scruffy. Nice to be back on the open road again, wasn't it? This is the old 830 here on the Gossamer Trail. We're going to take a month or 2 off from the films now. We're going to be back at the end of the summer. We'll make a little film over the summer, so we'll put it on the end of August for you. So we'll see you then. But until then, keep smiling, confuse the buggers, and get yourself out there. Happy days, my friends. So long. And we'll see you all in a few months. Cracking.